Happy Yoni Day, everybody. Happy Friday, Yoni Days. Got you raw. It is another beautiful day in the neighborhood. I see the weather machine acting up crazy. Now, actually, for real though, let's talk about the weather. You know, if you know it's something's going down when you see a lot of crazy weather all over the place, right? So there's when the pole shift, we talk about this pole shift or this frequency change, and right now I really do see the frequency changing all around us. As you know, Mother Gaia, her wonderful children are actually not awakening. There's so many young, more young ones coming up out the portals again. It's like now all the young ones are. Some of them are coming back from their last time they was here, or some of them may have been already sent down for a special mission, like most of us who have a message, who actually comes forth and tell you these messages, you know, our mission, to inform you what's going on. So, you know, we got a lot of that going on with everyone awakening and coming out and telling you what's up. So, yeah, we about to tell you what's up, what's going on in your neighborhood. In your neighborhood, the neighborhood meaning where you from, or you know, you can say the whole world, whatever. But you know, we see a frequency change. A lot of folks, news. Well, you can say many people still got their eye on the news, but when you see the number of the age of the person who's watching news, it's not really like folks around my age or younger, we don't sit around and watch the news. We go on YouTube, we go on TikTok. You know, we go to other avenues to try to catch other people tell the news around them. So now they see there's a frequency change there where, you know, media doesn't have the hold on many people like it used to. The TV, that is. That's why cable is about to be going away anyway, and they're doing all these paid services. And basically that's just another got you. Like how you know, it's all a got you, because you know you're still paying for something, some type of service, and unfortunately that service that you want to pay for is, well, damn. Hold on, real quick. The service you want to pay for is it's not going to be going to be given to you, but it's for a price. So you can watch what you want to watch, but you know they're going to be like, hey, you know, you can have, yeah, you want to watch this, you got to pay this amount of money. And because mainly we're when we want to catch some type of news event, we're on YouTube or whatnot. So they got their influencers, keyword influencers, all around. And these so-called influencers supposed to be the ones who, these so-called influencers are supposed to be the ones to get us riled up, upset, mad, all these things. I say these influencers doesn't influence me. I always say I influence myself, but you're getting these so-called people paid shills in the conscious community now. So it's really hard to say what's a conscious community when you have paid shills inside of it infiltrating. So with all these infiltrators, everything is there because they're really trying to grab everybody, because their devices are basically turning against them, because we're using them as our weapon as well. So even though it's their weapon, even though they're putting all these devices, these Wi-Fi towers and everything else to make you feel some sort of way, because it does affect everybody, we can influence that as well. And I know one brother said, Remedy H, or Terry, when I mentioned about the towers, he said that doesn't really affect us. However, I was thinking about, well, it may not affect you if you are aware. I was thinking of that. I was like, well, if you're aware of your body, of your mind, of the voices in your head. Yes, we all have voices in our head, because that's who when you pray or when you speak to your God, you hear your voice in your head. That's your voice. Or that's your higher self, if you want to call it that, or your lower self, depending on what it says back. So whatever it says back. But that frequency change can affect you. That frequency can affect you if you're not aware. Just like music, that frequency from that music, from that sound box, from your radio, can affect you if you keep listening to all that BS music that doesn't mean nothing. Music is how we were taught as kids. Many of us, probably all of us, used music to learn the ABCs, the 1, 2, 3s. So you can see that music is a tool, is a meditational device to learn. So when you continue to look at all the other stuff, you can see how they can affect you. So the earth is one big musical box, and when I go into my dream state, how I travel around the earth, I just have a vibrational sound wave of music, basically. Even the Bible says God have a choir that sings constantly. So that's their only job, is just to sing, make a vibrational tone. So God can have a entrance, a portal entrance, a meditative entrance to the realms. So when you think about the whole story, you're thinking about a meditative realm. You think about a meditative realm, and you vibrate your voice so you can travel. So that's what the whole, that's why we say we meditate to the to the ohms, whatever vibrational noise you want to make. So since everyone can understand the physical body, you start, whenever you see a love scene or you're intimate or whatever that may be, you make noises. You may never thought about that, but you make ohms and ums, the ahs. Those are meditative sounds. And I know some brothers when they talk about relationship, there's a lot of relationship podcasters And there's some dudes to be upset because their woman doesn't say their name. They say all these other names, or they say, or they may, hell, they may even call on Jesus while they're making love to him. The thing is, that doesn't necessarily mean anyone's cheating. That doesn't mean they're cheating. The woman is in her heaven realm. That's the heaven realm when they make the Oz noises. So she's in her heaven realm. She's thinking of multiple. She could be within a state of being, a mind where she's thinking about multiple lifetimes of different people, and that could have been you. You could have been Henry in a different lifetime. So, but yeah, I just saying, I'm not condoning cheating, and not condoning any of that. I'm just saying, sometimes it could be a spiritual thing. It doesn't mean that she's cheating. It could be a spiritual thing where she's in her different lifetimes. She tapped into a past. She used your magical wand to tap into a past lifetime, where she have this man named Henry popped up. She never met a Henry in her life. I just saying Henry for just for this video. It could be a mythical name that makes no sense. She could be saying, ooh, ha ha ha, ooh da, ooh da, ooh baby, ooh da. Now who do you ha? You do you ha is a name. So she could be doing that, who do ya? And a dude be like, damn, I must be doing something good. She's saying some words I don't understand. But who do you ha is a name. But she may not even notice. But I just saying that's frequency. So I'm saying all that because music, frequency, sound, all that stuff, the earth is changing because many people are now tapping into the other realms. You don't see young people in church now, and the older people are upset because they think that's the only thing they know about. But you just have to listen and just understand that's the realm they're in. That's all they know. Even if you try to tell them something different, that's all they know. So it's you really can't get upset. Don't get upset at your elders, at your family, your parents, whatever. If that's all they know. Even if you try to show them this stuff, other ways of thinking. So because religion is a spell, and we will get to the time where all that stuff gets exposed and will break apart, fall apart, and won't come back until another event arises where the earth has to go into another cycle of hibernation. And when earth goes to hibernation, that's where you get all of the false stories, the going back into a cycle of blindness. Because when you're asleep, you're blind, so you don't see nothing around you. So so that's what's going down right now. So this whole thing of the eclipse, a lot of folks are looking at this eclipse as a very biblical. I mean, you can't lie. I mean, this eclipse right here is very much, man. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on with this eclipse. A lot of stuff going on with this eclipse. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. What's going on? You can't make none of this stuff up. What's going on with this eclipse? Too many signs pointing left and right, and so I don't know. I'm just thinking of maybe, hey, different scenarios playing in my head, like, hey, if the grid does shut down, because they got National Guard and all this stuff out. So, I mean, they I mean, they had National Guard out the last time, but they got way more this time because everything we talk about, they know. They be listening. So yeah, they listen to us talk about the Earth, about how America is being X'd out. There's an A over America, anarchy. There's a you know, you can look at that as half of a star. Excuse me. You can see that as a star, anarchy. It's basically a piece of a star. An A is a piece of a star that fell off. And then you can, you know, basically look at how the poles are melting. The poles are melting. So you do have that going on too. And they're freaking out over that because a lot of them love their cold weather. Matter of fact, I was looking at the news before I left about the weather, and a lunar woman was talking about the weather, and she's like, "Ooh, the last few days of the cold, enjoy it while you can." She had a big old smile on her face, like, "I don't care about no cold weather. You're happy about the cold weather, not me." But she just smiling, because that's her type of weather, you know. We're different strokes for different. We're different people from different nations of areas. So I mean, you love the cold weather. I don't. I love the warm weather. And so our body types, our blood types, all this stuff is different for a reason. So I'm happy the cold weather is going to be gone. I ain't no smiling over here about no cold weather. So. But that's another thing too. The governments are concerned about the ice poles melting. I mean, because basically they know what's on the other side. They're keeping the information hidden from a lot of people. You know, the Crystal City on the other side of the ice walls. So yeah, they're keeping that hidden. Pretty soon, you can't keep it hidden. You're not gonna keep that hidden. So there's a lot of areas that's gonna be showing back out under the sea, and they're gonna be risen back up once the water levels goes down. Because once the ice poles opens up and melts, that's not going to flood everything. No, the Earth has been designed. Earth has been designed, especially. That we have a drainage hole somewhere. It cycles around the edges. It cycles around the edges, and there's like multiple edges. There's multiple realms, so it's not going to flood out our middle portion. So-called globalists love the globe, the round globe. They like to make fun of that. Like, oh, well, if the ice melts, then that means the middle part floods. No. We have realms. The water cycles through the realms, up and down, to and fro. So the waters don't go nowhere that it does not, where it doesn't supposed to. But right now, when the earth is hibernating, all this stuff freezes and it blocks other areas. But now that the earth is waking back up out of her hibernation phase, everything is going to be awakened, and the moon and all that is like signs. These books, these stories happens to let us know, hey, you know, it's that time where we're going to go back into a different time of power. And then once that power returns, every so-called hundreds of thousands of years, we go back to a hibernation state where those who call themselves kings those who call themselves kings or holders of the knowledge, and that's when we fight to make sure that the knowledge is kept within a group of circles, because we know that Earth's about to go back into a hibernation phase, whereas it's mandatory of her to rest her and renew her energy, and then it's mandatory of us to keep her of the knowledge to protect that energy. So we got to protect that energy, protect that knowledge. A keeper of knowledge is what the Thoth. I was a part of that group, Thoth, where we was keeping up the knowledge, or the keepers of time and space, and so we're still in this thing, doing our thing right now, trying to just make sure everything falls into place, and it is currently right now falling into place as we speak. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and upload this video. My arm's getting tired holding this phone up, so I'm gonna go ahead and get back to my driving, trying to get to this job. And man, I'm just waiting for this whole system to shut down, man. It's just tired having to drive to jobs, all these damn jobs that you get paid. It's like, you sacrifice all your time away from what you want to do to get money for that, just to delete, because everything has to deal around this false illusion of this currency. It really boils down to time. The currency equals to time, and it steals all of our time. It takes all of our time away for what we want to do, what we love to do. So money equals time away from enjoying yourself, actually being alive. So yeah, all right, so I had some other things I was going on my mind too. Maybe the solar eclipse will bring down, they talk about the devil's comet. You're supposed to be seeing that pretty soon too. So all that is a sign. Maybe the 3 days of darkness. 3 days of darkness. Some people may take it verbal. Some people may take it actual literally. Maybe the sky will be darkened 3 days. Maybe the devil's comet will somehow tunnel the energy of the yellow-orange sun that we have, and we have 3 days of darkness. Or people say Nibiru. There will be Nibiru that will funnel the energy from our sun for 3 days. We have darkness. Or it could mean that the grid is going to be shut down for 3 days. So either those two things. So I mean, that is darkness when the grid shuts down, when we have no lights or anything, or the money goes to zero. So yeah, we'll see. All right, Kachira, try 4 cents.